Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Kezia or Kaz. I like all things skincare, beauty and makeup, and today I'm just going to sit and have a chat with you about life updates, life changes, things like that. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel, it would help us a lot. First of all, one update is that I'm no longer at college. I have said that I had started college. I got withdrawn from the course and I had a few concerns about the college. Yeah, I was doing beauty therapy. I won't name the college, I won't disclose that. However, the products that we were using were expired. This is including makeup, by the way. I have had to report this because I just don't think it's acceptable. We were asked at the start of the year to buy makeup for college, which we have. However, other students didn't know about this, and as I've said, enrolling onto the college course has been horrendous. The information kept changing. We didn't have an exact start date until like a few days before. I was phoned to say that I needed to go in and try uniform on that other students had done, which I was late for apparently, but it turned out none of the students in my class had even been given the option to come in to try uniforms on. Anyway, so my first concern was the standard of the beauty course. How Because the products we were using were one, expired, two, basically out of date, and three, I know this because the stuff that they were using was like 6 years old, and I used an eyeshadow palette that, well, I was about to use it and I noticed mold in it, and I thought, I'm not using this, so I put it away. And this was even before my makeup for the course arrived, so I thought, right. And then basically someone else used the same palette, not realizing that it had mold in, and one of the girls on my college course had allergic reaction. Now, it was a Beauty Bay palette that's discontinued years ago. I can't remember what it was. It was a at £42. It was like a reddy purpley. It wasn't the berries palette. It wasn't that one, but it was a one that was from Beauty Bay years ago. Can't get it anymore. And when I asked my lecturer about this, they said that students donated their makeup to the college, and I said, well, it's out of date and expired. Bearing in mind, when I looked in the drawers to get the makeup, there was foundations that had discoloured, foundations that stunk, and when a foundation's expired, it goes really oily and it's like it's all separated. Absolutely not, and I never used it. I actually said to my friend on the course, absolutely not. So basically, I went out and bought more makeup. Luckily, I wasn't on my makeup no buy as I was on. Um, so yeah, and then we were expected to use things that were not, like, we were using eye tints that were like old, and I actually said I don't feel confident using this, but it made a huge argument. Like, I was convinced by my lecturer that the products were safe. Again, someone actually reacted to some of the products on the course, and yeah, so I thought, you know what, if they can use expired, out of date stuff, maybe it's not good for me. But I also got kicked off, withdrawn, whatever word you want to use, because of my attendance. But that's because I was put on not so much courses, but I was picking up work that I got advised by my job coach at the job centre to do. I did it, and then because my attendance went low, got no issues with that. I understand the college's policy, get it, but the way that they made us feel about it, saying that they were looking out for us, because yes, my health took a dip because of me other jobs. However, I did say that I wanted to do beauty therapy, and my job coach wanted us to get the qualification in it. I was quite upset because they made it out as if they cared, which maybe deep down they did. But I said to them, I'm only going to be doing this job once because I've actually picked up a shift basically on a Monday and a Tuesday. Got told if I did it, my attendance would go down further, which I totally understand. But I also had illness as well, like, and I wasn't going to come into college and give everyone else when I wasn't very well. Like, I wasn't going to pass anything around. Like, that's not good. Um, but I just feel like, yes, my college course has been withdrawn. I'm not at college anymore. Fine. But I don't think it's acceptable that you get trained in makeup and beauty therapy and you're told one thing, not to use high standard things. And yes, you bring your own makeup in and stuff and you expect it to, which is fine. But then other colleges have a beauty kit. We got told to use the stuff that they provide for like the facials and things. However, again, the girls on my courses did reacted to them, and I get why the girls are annoyed. I started using um the eye tint, and I used it. I didn't react to it. The girls did, and I was like, nah, this is wrong. Like, no. And I thought, yeah, maybe it's a blessing in disguise I've been withdrawn from the college. I was going to go to another college to see about the course, but then I thought, well, maybe I need to get my mental health better. But at the same time, I do generally think that when you work in beauty therapy or in a salon or in a spa, the products need to be at a high standard. I could be totally off the mark, but you would think. And the fact that the makeup, even if it wasn't getting used or not, the fact that they still had out of date makeup, they had expired makeup sitting in a drawer in the corner, they even had brushes that weren't even clean sat in the like the brush holders. And we were always told every lesson when we did makeup, I think it was on a Tuesday, yes it was a Tuesday, clean your makeup brushes, which we did do. And I just think, even if products were not getting used, I think expired makeup should be chucked out anyway. It doesn't look good because obviously it can cause issues. I mean, think of how much bacteria is now in that makeup, and the fact that, yeah, I'm just so annoyed because I just think if a college is wanting to be high standards and you want to be trained at a high standard, you need to promote high standard stuff. And yes, some of the products was for salon use, but the makeup, however, wasn't. And I just feel like I've been really let down because yes, although we brought our own makeup in and we used it, there were some girls that couldn't afford makeup, so they were relying on the college stuff. But the thing is, at the start of the year, we were told that the college provided stuff, which I'm not picking my nose, I'm just scratching. The college will provide stuff, which is fair enough. However, I just generally think if the college can have things that is not good for you, then it needs to be sorted out. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm making a big thing out of it, but I know that my friend down south, I was talking to her about it, and she was saying that she does the same course. In fact, she's doing level 3, and she has a beauty kit. And I showed her a photo because I took a photo of the makeup, and she went, "That was never like a thing. Like, that shouldn't have happened, and they should have got rid of it. Like, they should have had like a declutter of things." And she said I should take it higher because it's not good. And I said, yeah, but not many of the students used it. And she says, well, that's not the point. The point is that they've still got makeup that's out of date, and students could use it if they can't afford it. Because we were told if we don't have any of the products ourselves, we can use the colleges. Luckily for me, I went out and bought my own makeup, and yeah, I just but that was like 3 weeks into the course, so but I'm quite disappointed in that. So yeah, as a whole, I'm not at college anymore. I've just got my 2 jobs, which is fine. Another update is that obviously I haven't been on top of my project panning. I have used my project panning palettes outside of college, outside my channel with other palettes. Been really nice. But because of things that have been going on, guys, I haven't been filming. I've not been very well mentally and physically. A lot has happened. I'm now dealing with a lot of upset, a lot of grief. I haven't actually spoke about this on the channel, but I'm dealing with a death in the family. It happened a few months ago, but it's still quite upsetting because it's made me think about my own mental health and how I deal with things, and like I've realised that I need to basically give myself a kick up the arse and talk to people. And I've realised as well, not putting up with shit about my language, guys. I'm sorry, but like I don't feel like bad. Like I don't feel bad if I talk about my mental health. People think like I go on and on about it, but no, we have to talk about it. And there just seems to be a lot of upset, and I think it's because it's now getting to like the season of dark. You wake up, it's dark, you go to sleep, you come home, you wake up, you go to sleep, it's dark basically. I think it's seasonal disorder, like where you just feel really, where your mood changes. But I've not had an autumn where I've enjoyed it for years, and I'm starting to really enjoy autumn again. However, I just feel like I've had to put myself first. But I feel like I have missed my makeup. I have missed doing like my skincare routine, and because of my mood and my hormones and all of this, my skin has took a bit of a step back. So my skin's not feeling the best. But I'm getting back on top of it. And as I say, guys, I have just started a new job. I work a Friday and a Saturday night. I'm not going to go into what I do. Well, I basically do my security. I'm not going to say where, but I work unsociable hours basically, and I do enjoy it. I really enjoy that work. However, it is cold at the minute. It can take a toll. It's taught me to sometimes keep my mouth shut, and it's taught me a lot of things. However, I do feel like it'll make us a better person. I'm also quite disappointed with the fact, as I said, I've only got 2 jobs to fall back on. But I also feel as well like maybe I was doing too much, or because I was getting to the point where on my days off I wanted to film, but all I wanted to do was sleep and I didn't want to do anything. So my mood was just going down and down. It got to the point where on my days off I was just so like really low as well. Had no energy, didn't want to go out, and I had to feel like I was forcing myself to go out basically. And guys, to be honest, I want to be uplifted again. Like I really have to like try now to pick myself up and go. But again, guys, I've been mentally ill as well. And I don't actually feel bad about saying this, but I've really like said to people like I can't do things if I'm not well. And it's not like I've been ill like to the point where I've been on death's door, but it has affected us a little bit, and it's affected my work life a little bit. But now that I'm on the mend, I'm starting to feel a bit better and not guilty. Like, and one thing I will say is that people are expecting us to do more, like the job centre, but I'm not running myself into the ground for anyone. It's not happening. And I'm really proud of the fact that I can now put my foot down, but I think I'm doing enough. And yeah, maybe going to college, doing 2 jobs, going to college was maybe too much for us. Maybe it was. But at least I can now film, I can do my makeup, because I've got a few palettes in my collection that are new, that I need to do videos, testing videos, first impression videos. I've got some palettes basically from Nomad Cosmetics that I've not shown on my channel yet. I've got Glaminatrix palettes coming, which has took us ages. I'm also going to be ordering some more palettes from Poppy and Fluff, which is a UK indie brand. And yeah, I'm just really excited. And I will this week do my update Project Pan, because I feel like it needs to be done. I'm going to just tell you now, I have been using my stuff, but there hasn't been a lot of progress. But again, I have been doing makeup outside of college. I've not been outside of my channel, sorry. I've got college on the brain. Outside my channel, I haven't been filming it, so there has been products being used. And I've also been using makeup that I can't feature on my channel anymore because of it being discontinued. But I don't want to like have my makeup being neglected. There is a lot of new makeup out there that has took my eye. Basically, I've looked and I've wanted it, but I'm being very careful because I'm not overwhelming myself and I don't want my skin to get bad. I'm also going to be doing some autumnal looks. I don't know how you say the word. Fall looks, basically, which I'm excited for. Using some of the brands I've just mentioned. But again, guys, I'm not gonna hate Pan, as I've said in previous videos. But I will get an update for you out. I'm also gonna try and do some rollouts and some roll-ins if I can. Probably some roll-ins, I'm not too sure. Because I have had another think about my project panning, because I am struggling with it. But again, I'm not going to feel bad about it, as I've said in every single palette update, project pan update. I'm not going to worry. But yeah, guys, this was just a quick video, quick update. And I am back. I am going to start filming again. I'm going to start doing my looks again. And yeah, if you have any ideas, please comment your suggestions. It would help us a lot. And as I say, guys, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.